Our next competitor is Amy Page. Amy is undertaking her PhD in the School of Medicine and Pharmacology with supervisors Christopher Etherton-Beer, Rhonda Clifford and Kathleen Potter. She lives on a small hobby farm with her husband and 4 children. She's recently been named this year's Australian Young Pharmacist of the Year, so congratulations, Amy.
Thank you.
Amy's thesis title is Too Much of a Good Thing, De-Prescribing in Older People. And her 3-minute thesis title for you today is Too Much of a Good Thing. Please welcome Amy.
Australians are living longer than ever before. But even though we're living longer, many are living with multiple chronic diseases. Luckily, we have medicines to prevent heart attacks, strokes, breaking bones. We have medicines to make us feel better when we have pain, stomach aches, infections. By age 75, 2 out of 3 people take 5 or more medicines every day. And this is growing. The average 70-year-old today takes an extra 2 tablets every day than a 70-year-old did just 10 years ago. I want to know, is this too much of a good thing? Some people now consider taking too many medicines a disease in its own right. It's associated with more falls, more side effects, even premature death. The cure for taking too many medicines appears really simple. We should just use less medicines for older people. But making this cure work in practice is far from simple. For one thing, many health professionals are uncomfortable with the lack of evidence into the safety of reducing multiple medicines. Really, we're still not sure if too many medicines is the problem or if it's the canary in the mine. So, for my PhD, I've looked at the existing evidence into the safety of reducing multiple medicines. To my surprise, I found 9 studies. When the data from these 9 studies were combined, it appears that reducing medicines reduces premature death. In other words, by reducing the number of medicines that an older person takes each day, it seems that we may be able to help them live longer. This sounds promising, but it's still early stages yet. All of these studies were quite small, and none of them used the double-blind method, which is our gold standard. So the next step is that we are actually doing a large double-blind study across Perth and Sydney. As a sub-study for my PhD, I will look at whether we can just stop medicines for older people or if we need to reduce some slowly to avoid withdrawal side effects. So, although our modern medicines are meant to improve quality of life and help us live longer, it seems like this may be just another area where you can have too much of a good thing. Thank you.